everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 9 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 9 and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter direct and inverse variation. The lessons we're going to cover today are write direct variation equations, write and solve direct variation equations, write and solve inverse variation equations, and identify proportional relationships. Here I'm on grade 9 math. The chapter we are on right now is direct and inverse variations. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is write direct variation equations. In a direct variation, y equals 14 when x equals 7. Write a direct variation equation that shows the relationship between x and y, right? So basically, the direct variable relationship means you have two quantities, right? For example, x and y. If x is increasing, y is also increasing, right? If x is decreasing, the y is decreasing. That means the increase in x causes increase in y and decrease in x causes decrease in y. That is the direct relationship, right? So you have to write down the relationship by using a variable, that is y equals kx. Here it is. So y equals 14 and x equals 7. So that is 14 equals k times 7. So that is k equals 2. So you have to write down the value of k back in the equation. So y equals 2x. The direct variation equation is y equals 2x. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. In a direct variation, y equals 10 when x equals 2. Write a direct variation equation that shows the relationship between x and y. Write your answer as an equation with y first followed by the equal sign. So y equals 10 and x equals 2. You have the equation that is y equals kx. So y equals 10, kx equals 2. Divide both sides by 2. So you are left with k equals 5, right? So then equation is y equals 5x. The equation is y equals 5x. Option number 1 is the correct option. The correct option is y equals 5x. In a direct variation, y equals 16 when x equals 2. Write a direct variation equation that shows relationship between x and y. Write your answer as an equation with y first followed by an equal sign. So you are given y equals 16 and x equals 2. So that equation for the direct variation is y equals kx, right? Just replace the value 16 equals k times 2. Divide both sides by 2, so that is k equals 8. So the equation is y equals 8x. Very good. Option number 1 is the correct option. In a direct variation, y equals 12 when x equals 4. Right? A direct variation equation that shows the relationship between the x and y. So which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 1, that is y equals 3x. Very good. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, in a direct variation, y equals 8n when x equals 2. So write an direct variation equation that shows the relationship between x and y. Write your answer as an equation with y first followed by an equal sign. So which is the correct option? The correct option is y equals 4x. Option number 1 is the correct option. The correct option is y equals 4x. Option number 1 is the correct option. In a direct variation, y equals 9 when x equals 3. Write a direct variation equation that shows the relationship between x and y. So which is the correct option? The correct option is y equals 3x. Option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? Okay, the next is in a direct variation, y equals 16 when x equals 8. Write a direct variation equation that shows the relationship between x and y. So write your answer as an equation with y first followed by the equal sign. So which is the correct option? The correct option is y equals 4x. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later. Oh, sorry, y equals 2x, that is not 4x. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is write and solve direct variation equations. Let's just start with the next lesson. Our direct variation includes the point 520 and 2n. Find n. You have to find the value of n, right? So just use the equation. We have y equals kx. Start with the first point. Replace the values and find k, right? That is 20 equals 5k, and when you divide y equals 4. Sorry, that means k equals 4, right? So now you have the equation that is y equals 4x. So you are given y that is 2. So you have to do 4x. Calculate the value of x, that would be, no, sorry, this is not x. The given value is for y. Hold on. From from the first point, you need to calculate the value of k, that is 4, right? Now use it for the second point. We know the equation is y equals 4x. The first y value is always the x value, that is 4 times 2. And 4 times 2 is 8, so that means n equals 8. The missing value is 8. Got it? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Assume that y varies directly with x. If y equals 20, when y equals 4, find y when x equals 1. Okay, so just use the first value, y equals 20 and x equals 4, and find the value of k. Y equals kx, y is 20, kx is 4. Divide, and we know that k equals 5, right? Now use this k to find the value of y. We know that y equals kx, k is 6x. Use this value of x1. 6 times 1, so 6 times 1 is 6. So the correct option is y equals 6. The correct option is y equals 6. Okay, let's just move on to next one. 5, 4 times, hold on. Let's just do again. Y equals kx, right? X is, y is 20 and x is 4. So k equals 20 divided by 4, that is 5, right? Now use for the second one. Y equals 5x, right? And x is 1. So 5 times 1 is 5. So the correct option is 5, not 6. Got it? Okay, got it. Our direct variation includes the point 3, 6, and 2 and find n, right? And follow. Write and solve a direct variation equation to find the answer n equals, so which is the correct option. Let's just calculate the k first, right? Use this pair of value, that is y equals kx, y is 6 and k is 3. So 3 equals k equals 2. Right now you can use the k to calculate this value. So y equals kx, that is x that is given is 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. So that means the missing value is 4. Got it? The missing value is 4. Okay, so let's just move on to next one. Now you can do the next one and write the correct option in the chat box, right? So the correct option is 4. Assume that y varies directly with x. If y equals 16 and when x equals 2, find y when x equals 1. So which is the correct option? Yes, that is 8. Option number 2 is the correct option. Very good. The correct option is 8. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is a direct variation includes the points 7, 14 and 5n. Find n right and solve a direct variation equation to find the answer. So which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is 10. 5 times 2 is 10. Option number 2 is the correct option. Very good. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Let's just do how do we solve the indirect variation equations, right? The next lesson is write and solve inverse variation equations. Let's just start with the lesson. Let's see how do we solve the inverse variation equations. An inverse variation equation includes 2 and 1n. Find an inverse variation. What is the inverse relationship? For example, you have two variables x and y. X is increasing the same value, the same way y is decreasing, right? And if x is decreasing the same way y is increasing, that is the indirect that is inverse variation, right? One of the quantity is increasing, the second one is decreasing, right? That is the inverse relationship, right? Okay, so you have to find the value for the inverse relationship. The equation is y equals k over x. So just use this values 2 k over 2. So k equals 2 times 2 is 4. So k is 4. You need to find this value. So y equals 4x. Y is x is 1. 4 times 1. 4 times 1 is 4. So you can see here the correct option is 4. Okay, so let's just start with the test questions. Assume that varies inversely with x. If y equals 6, if y equals 4 when x equals 6, find y when x equals 2. So you have y equals k over x, right? So that is, here you have 4. If y is 4, x is 6, hold on. That is y equals k over x. When x is 6, find if y equals 4 when x equals 6. So y is 4 and x is 6. So that is k equals 6 times 4 is 24, right? Now you have to find y when x equals 2. So y equals k is 24 over x. So you have to find for x equals 2. So 24 over 2. 24 over 2 makes it 12. So the correct option is 12. Got it? Okay, so let's just move on to next example. That is k equals 12. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? Okay, assume that y varies inversely with x. If y equals 3 when x equals 16, find y when x equals 4. So what is the correct option? Which is the correct option? That is 12. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? Very good. Okay, an inverse variation includes the points 2, 2 and 1 and find n right and solve an inverse variation equation to find the answer. So which is the correct option? N equals. Mm, yes, 4 it is. The correct option is 4. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is identify proportional relationships. Let's just start with the lesson. Okay, look at this graph. Is the total number of cakes baked proportional to the number of additional sticks of butter bought? So which is the correct option? So the graph is a straight line, right? If the relation is a direct proportion, the graph must be a straight line, right? That is the You can tell the relationship is not directly proportional by looking at the graph. The graph is a straight line, but it is not passing through the origin. For the graph of the proportional relationship, the graph must be starting from 0 0. But this graph is not starting from 0 0, so that is not for the proportional relationship, that is for inverse proportional relationships, right? So how do you find the value? You have to make a table of values, and then you can find values, that is y equals k. Because the relationship is not proportional, you can see the relationship cannot be considered by the equation y equals kx, right? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Look at this graph. Is the relationship directly proportional, yes or no, which is the correct option? So the first thing is no, graph is not for the directly proportional, right? If the graph is a straight line and passing through the origin, then that will be the graph for the direct relationship, right? For this one, no, the graph is not passing through the origin, or origin means 0 0. The correct option is no. No, no. Look at this graph. Is the relationship directly proportional, which is the correct option? Yes, that is directly proportional, right? Because the graph is starting from the passing through the origin, so that is the directly proportional. Option number one is the correct option. Yes, it is. Look at this graph. Is this a directly proportional relationship? Yes, it is. The graph is for the directly proportional relationships, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 9 math. The chapter we were working on is direct and inverse variation. The lessons we have covered today are write direct variation equations, write and solve direct variation equations, write and solve inverse variation equations, and identify proportional relationships. These are the lessons we have just finished, right? Okay, so if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can simply contact any tutor. You can simply click on the button that is live chat button. Tutors are available there if you need help, right? In case you need help. So if you need more help any of the lesson, you can simply join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5. So that's all for today. If you have any questions related to the lessons we have just finished, you can please ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.